You ever have that feeling? You set a huge, exciting goal, you're fired up, you're ready to go, and then a few weeks later, poof, the energy is gone and you're right back where you started. We've all been there. So why is it so hard to just stay consistent, even when you know exactly what you want? Well, let's get into it. We're going to uncover the real secret to finally, actually achieving your goals.
Wow, that quote kind of hits hard, doesn't it? It paints this picture of a hidden enemy, something that's not loud or aggressive, but soft, comfortable. It gets you thinking, what if the very ease of our lives, all the conveniences we love, is the very thing that's holding us back?
So, the first thing we have to get our heads around is this. The biggest battle you're fighting isn't against your schedule or your boss or the world out there. Nope, it's a full-on civil war happening inside your own head. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? You have the vision, you've made the plan, but there's this invisible gravitational pull back toward the couch, back toward what's easy. What is that force? And more importantly, how do we finally win that fight? And this is where it gets really interesting. The answer isn't that you're lazy or weak, not at all. It comes down to this powerful idea from brain science. You've got one brain, but it's like there are two different minds living inside it, and they're locked in a constant tug of war. Let's break down the two sides. First, you've got your instinctual mind. Think of this as your inner toddler or your caveman brain. It wants what it wants, and it wants it now. It's the part of you screaming, skip the workout, eat the cake, just scroll for 5 more minutes. Then you've got your wise mind. This is the CEO. It sees the big picture, it understands cause and effect, and it's focused on your long-term vision. This battle happens 100 times a day. And hey, this isn't just some new age theory. You've probably heard of the famous marshmallow test, right? Back in the 60s, they sat kids down with a marshmallow and said, you can eat this one now, or if you can wait 15 minutes while I'm gone, you can have 2. The results were shocking. The kids who were able to wait, the ones who let their wise mind win the battle, went on to have way more success later in life. Better jobs, better health, you name it. Okay, so if the wise mind is so crucial for success, why does the instinctual mind seem to win so often, especially these days? Well, it's because it has a very powerful modern-day accomplice. This quote absolutely nails it. It's this idea of the velvet cage. Think about our world for a second. It is engineered for maximum comfort. With one click, you can have food delivered, a movie playing, anything you want. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet for our instinctual mind. But all that ease, it kind of puts our inner fire, our ambition, to sleep. And here's the key takeaway. We need a little bit of friction to grow. You can't build muscle without lifting something heavy, right? There has to be some resistance. Your willpower and your ambition work the exact same way. And the best news of all? That velvet cage doesn't have a lock on it. Choosing comfort is a choice, which means you can choose to step out. So naturally, you're probably thinking, okay, got it. I just need to get more motivated. We've all been there. We watch a video, we feel that spark, and we're ready to conquer the world. But what if I told you that relying on motivation is actually a trap? This quote from performance coach Eric Partaker is just spot on. Motivation is nothing more than a feeling. It's an emotion. And as we all know, you can't build a solid foundation on something as shaky and unreliable as your feelings. Seriously, think about it. When is it easy to be motivated? Day 1 of a new project, right? The excitement is there. But what about day 57? When it's Tuesday, it's raining, you're tired, and you haven't seen any results yet. Where is motivation then? It's gone. It ghosted you. And that is exactly when you need it most. So if motivation is just a spark, what's the actual engine? What's the thing that's going to keep moving forward day after day, whether you feel like it or not? You guessed it. The answer is discipline. Let's just look at the difference here. Motivation is a firework. It's a beautiful, exciting burst, and then it's over. Discipline? Well, discipline is the boring, ugly, but unbelievably strong bridge that will actually get you where you want to go. It's showing up because you said you would, not because you feel like it. And we have to completely reframe what we think discipline looks like. It's not some epic movie montage. Most of the time, discipline is quiet. It's boring. It's just you alone doing the work. It's lacing up your shoes when the bed is calling your name. It's about honoring the promise you made to your future self. Okay, so discipline is the engine. I think we're sold. But talking about it is one thing. How do we actually build it? Let's stop talking about the what and get really practical with the how.
The secret weapon here comes from James Clear's work on atomic habits. The core idea is brilliantly simple. Stop trying to be a hero. Forget about making these massive, life-altering changes overnight. Instead, focus on changes that are so small, so tiny, they're almost too easy not to do. They're atomic because on their own, they seem insignificant, but over time, they compound into incredible results. And Clear gives us a super simple playbook for this. If you want to break a bad habit, you just flip the script. You make the bad thing invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. So, trying to stop scrolling on your phone at night? Make it invisible. Charge your phone in another room. Want to stop eating junk food? Make it difficult. Don't even have it in your house to begin with. It's like a user's manual for your own brain. And to make building good habits even easier, you can use these simple plug-and-play formulas. So instead of a vague goal like, I'll try to meditate, you get specific. I will meditate for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in my living room. That's an implementation intention. Or you can try habit stacking. After I finish my morning coffee, I will do 10 push-ups. You're just attaching a new habit to something you already do automatically. So really, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. Your life, your future, it isn't defined by one big decision. It's defined by thousands of tiny choices you make every single day. And this brings us right back to where we started. Discipline is not something you're born with. It's a muscle. And every time you choose the harder path, every time you do the workout, read the book, or make the healthy choice, you are doing one more rep. You are literally strengthening the part of your brain that is your wise mind. And here is the final, crucial mindset shift. Stop focusing on what you're giving up. You're not giving up junk food. You are choosing health and energy. You're not forcing yourself to work on your project. You are choosing to build your dream. Don't run from the pain. Run towards the future that you desperately want. Man, just let that one sink in for a second. It's so true. The pain of doing the hard work, it sucks in the moment, but it's temporary. It's over. But the pain of regret, the pain of looking back in 5 years and wishing you had started today, that pain is heavy and it lasts a long, long time. And in the end, that's the choice we all have to make. The velvet cage of comfort. It's easy, it's safe, but the door isn't locked. You can choose to stay inside, or you can choose to step out into the friction, into the struggle, because that is where strength and greatness are forged. The only question left is, what will you choose?